It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks under the lights on Sunday night.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gordon on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Here's the rookie from Alabama, Will Reichard, ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. After the interception, here's Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First down for Lockett, and he's someone who's been a reliable weapon throughout his entire career. In fact, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. When it's all said and done, he's been one of the best receivers in Seahawks franchise history.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Darnold from the gun. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. To Jefferson on the slant. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now it's Darnold. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Darnold to throw again. Wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
It was the former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. An inside give to Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third down and 6. Smith now to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down 7-3. 1:38 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now Darnold. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. That's taken in by Schofield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
This is 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Here's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
One last throw down for Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. if we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.